from the legendary Troubadour in West Hollywood. This is No Cover, the music competition series where unsigned artists perform their original songs for a chance to win life-changing prizes. A record deal, a booking agency, management contract, tons of gear, slots on some of the biggest music festivals, and much more. No Cover, No Mercy. I'm your host, Caity Babs, and welcome to Hit Parader's No Cover.
What's up? I'm Kellin Quinn. This is the show where unsigned artists take this legendary stage, perform their best original music for an opportunity of a lifetime.
Now let's throw it to our celebrity judges. First, let's give a warm welcome to Rock and Roll Hall of Famer and the original shock rocker, Alice Cooper. The following judge is an alt-pop powerhouse singing sensation, Miss Bishop Briggs. Our next judge is frontman, guitarist, songwriter, and founder of multi-platinum rock band Bush, Gavin Rossdale. She's the Grammy Award-winning singer and guitarist for the band Hailstorm. Get your horns up for Lzzy Hale. Our final judge was recently declared the Guitarist of the Decade by Guitar World magazine, Mr. Tosin Abasi. Now let's welcome the bands.
Our next band joins us from the Inland Empire of California. Influenced by both Young Thug and bands like Suicide Silence, the 6 members of Slay Squad have vowed to get some really good food and brand new equipment if they should win season 1 of No Cover.
Well, okay!
Thank you.
Wow, your energy is unmatched. That was awesome. And I felt as if I was at the show, even though you guys were, coming across with so much aggression, I weirdly felt like comfort by it.
I feel like maybe you haven't been playing bass that long.
Busted. Right, first show. This is his first show. Yeah,
no
but
cap.
You know what I mean? Like this has been our boy. We you know how hard it is to find band members, and it was like, hey, buy a bass, just do it, and he's here.
I love that. I love that.
You guys are performing so confidently, and I feel like you're like making sure you hit the right fret. Mm-hmm. So I think, there was a bit of like contrast between how energetic they were and how much you had to concentrate. But I feel bad even saying anything considering how new you are to the instrument.
Leave the comedy in. There's some comedy going on that you might not even be aware of that's really good. It's in there. I don't even know if it's supposed to be there, but it's great. And don't ever lose that. And that's so cool.
Everybody it looks like you all belong together. Like drummer, you are awesome. And I just love all of these elements. And man, I want to see a full set. I would be there right up front in the pit getting bruised up just for you guys. So
the thing is you know who you are and you know what you want to do, and it's powerful as fuck. I mean, it's intimidating, I gotta tell you, right? I'm sure you're nice guys, but like, you don't seem like nice guys sometimes when you get going, which I love. And that lyric, Haitian machete to the neck, who wrote that?
Yeah, right
I'm
here.
loving that.
Yeah, I'm Haitian. Yeah.
I'm loving that. That is because it's so visual. I'm like, oh, it's terrifying. A machete is one thing, but a Haitian, you know, it's rusty. It's rusty. No one knows where it's going. It could go anywhere. It could be held by a kid. That's a scary place to have a machete. It's very powerful, and you know who you are. Thank you. I love that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Hanging out with Slay Squad right now. Did their song Mongo. Great to see you guys, man.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you guys. You guys made us feel at home. It was dope, and we're always happy to put Rialto on the map. So
why should you guys win this competition?
We're the realest to do it like this. This is what it really looked like. This is what it really looked like.
For real. Like,
soak it in.
That's great. That's awesome.
Get used to us, like, for real, for real.
That's great, guys.
Taking the stage from Atlanta, Georgia, Tilly is currently recording their debut album and can't wait to hit the road and tour. But if the music dream doesn't work out, songwriter Grace Kelly would love to be a traveling food journalist like the late Anthony Bourdain.
Last summer I was on tour with my abusive ex. He hit me in the face and he stole my song. That Thanksgiving, instead of eating, had to call the cops, cause the father of my sister's kids is high and threatening us with guns, guns, guns. Oh, isn't this fun, fun, fun? Everyone says take a breath. Sometimes so it has to get better, smiling on my head. But what if this changes me forever? So what if I lose my mind? What if I like the way it feels when I'm on the other side? Letting the pain just take the wheel. And I'm sick of fighting and I'm not okay when I can't even hit the brakes. So what if I lose my mind? What if I lose my mind? No, you first thought I cleared my head, turn around and my brother's dead. Then my aunt, then my uncle. What the heck, we're throwing two beloved pets. Up next, my first record deal, called it a saving grace. Turns out just a slap in the face. Man, I remember that taste. What if I lose my mind? Now my sister's in the hospital again. Broken collarbone, another gun to her head. And my best friend confessed, said he can't put down the bottle, put my brother to rest. And God, I'm only human, and I can't really cope. And sometimes I think the only way I'll make it out is if I let go. So what if I lose my mind? What if I like the way it feels when I'm on the other side? Letting the pain just take the wheel. And I'm sick of fighting, but I'm not okay when I can't even hit the brakes. So what if I lose my mind? What if I lose my mind? Hold me in your arms in the dark and say you're staying with me all night. Will you be there? Will you be there? Will you be there? Will you be there? Could you let me know? Thank you.
Kudos to you and your producer. You guys kill it. The instrumentation, the way it translates live, I feel oftentimes with a lot of electronic elements, when you get an acoustic kit behind it, there's such a difference between them. But you did an excellent job dynamically of hanging back. You never drifted. And then on the choruses, you would bring it up. I love the heavy delay, the sort of reverse reverb delay thing.
I loved the diary element of it because I am very nosy. And so I liked having this insight into you.
As a lyricist, it's really well phrased.
Thank you.
And the fact that you can act it out, you know, that's really good. A lot of singers can't do that. Can't take a lyric and make it come to life.
You know, you have a great band playing with you. It's really hard for a drummer to not lose time, but know when to sit back and then know when to push. And so that's a really thin line, and only good drummers can do that, and you can do that real good. So he really supports you well, so stay with these dudes.
I will.
They're my guys.
Right on.
Yeah.
I loved your lyrics. I loved how conversational they were. I loved how it just felt like your truth, especially after you started singing it. I'm like, oh no, this wasn't something that was like given to her.
Right.
You know, like some other songwriter had the experience and you're like, here, you're a cute girl, sing it. I loved that about you, and I loved your attitude toward it. I love your whole look, you know, I know that shouldn't necessarily matter, but it does. But so you guys did a great job, and I really loved it. And thank you for sharing your heart with us.
Thank you.
What a great track that was. Tilly, it's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
What do you think you're gonna do differently this time or add to what you did?
I guess less poppy songs. Not all my songs are that poppy. And
Yeah, because you have that Loudmouth EP out, right?
yeah, I got the Loudmouth EP, and you know, a lot of my stuff actually is a little bit more alternative than Lose My Mind.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to just be able to showcase other sides of me musically, and be able to get to like play the guitar and jam out a bit and have moments like that.
Appearing on the Troubadour stage next is a young singer-songwriter from Los Angeles that goes by the name of Loveless. He counts Sleeping with Sirens as one of his main influences. Let's see if Kellin will be his lucky charm.
We're tearing it all down. The walls that you've built, prepare for the fall now. The power is shifting away from the games that you play. I won't stay, releasing it all now. The hearts that you break have a name. And when they break, you don't get to ever say that I've seen this before. Following, living denial. So how can I smile? And I know we need more. Fighting this fire with fire. So how can I smile? Why are you leaving? The hatred within, ignoring the reasons. But under the skin, so much pain you can't see. But there's no apology. We're tearing it all down. The hearts that you break have a name. Following, living denial. So how can I smile? And I know we need more. Fighting this fire with fire. How can I smile?
Thank you.
It's a really pretty voice. I sort of felt like, didn't know if you were used to doing that song with accompaniment or you used to doing it on your own. I personally would have liked to have heard you with your band. You know what I mean? Like maybe you would have liked to play with your band, but you acquitted yourself really well. Well done, you know?
You know, it's funny, that's exactly what I was thinking too. I would like to hear that with a band. I could hear that with a band as you would with a front man, you know? That very opening bit, the very opening part of the song, I would do it a cappella, you know, because it'll suck you in better. You know, you start the song with almost spoken word, but you're singing it, then go to the guitar.
I love that.
It lifts it all up.
From a vocalist and a performer perspective, I know how naked you might feel up there just being there on your own. This is just me, but the fact that you went for those notes and you have such amazing tone up in the top range, and that's not something I always see. No offense, boys, but with the boys, you know, and it's because you're not always encouraged to do that, and I think that was really brave and awesome of you. So that's really cool.
Thank you so much.
I felt like it was effortless, even though there was a degree of power. I think we're talking about the band thing because it sounds like you're used to singing on top of a band.
Amps, yeah.
Which was like really cool. It projected. I don't know, man. I'd have to search for anything other than something positive to say, but I think because this is so effortless for you, I'd be curious to hear like if you pushed yourself, like throw a dominant chord in there or throw like fuck it, like I don't know. But honestly, this might be weird to say. I don't even think you need this competition. I think you have a bright musical future. So that was really, I think you're the strongest vocalist I have heard in this competition, actually.
I felt like the only thing that held you back was your guitar. I felt like your nerves showed up in a way that I felt affected your guitar. But even if you look at Ed Sheeran, he's like putting stuff on loops. You know, he's like doing a crazy guitar line and then being like, okay, I'm going on to like easier chords. I'm gonna track that and then I'm gonna go, you know, so he's constantly building on it, but he is trying to simplify it as much as he can. Anyways, great job.
I'm hanging out right now with Julian, who's also known as Loveless, and did a great song tonight for the judges called Smile. Julian, so good to have you on the show, man.
It's great to be here, thank you.
Is it easier for you to get up and perform in front of people like this with a band behind you, or do you feel good going out there on your own and kind of taking that all on yourself?
Well, I felt really naked up there. I would definitely prefer to have a band and backing tracks and, you know, production. It is something that I'll always love, the kind of the rawness of it, but I'm a sucker for a loud guitar and, you know, some banging drums.
Yeah, that's great.
Already viral superstars with their unique take on hip-hop, the three members of Warak came all the way from the mean streets of Rhode Island to win season 1 of No Cover and take that money. You heard?
My raps on my killers, they strap. Sit back, yeah, that drink I kick back. Big magic cat, yeah, right on. Big magic cat, yeah, right on my lap.
Your mom's in an apartment building with us right now. I don't care about what you've seen and what you heard about Warak. We started in the backyard and we in LA, baby. You heard? Fuck that shit. Drop that shit.
Middle fingers up with the glocks out. Screaming fuck the cops, they could never take my block out. Out here with my team looking like they let the mob out. I didn't need no voters, just my main team carried on my fucking shoulders. Said that soldiers over once I dropped the orders. I can tell your pussy cause I can smell your odor. The transform me, go to spin the block, take down the cage bodies. Murder one, turn it up, it's a fucking party. Fuck all the ops, yeah, they some dead zombies.
Personally, I feel like every act from today should make it through.
I don't know if that's an option, but it would be sick. And I think the judges have a really hard decision.
I thought they were all amazing in their own right. I completely agree with you. They all gave me something. Me personally, I feel like Tilly, she's on her way, literally, to just having her own empire, her
She's
own
already
career.
produced.
She's already produced.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with Loveless, I feel kind of the same way, you know, where it's like he's got all of this going for him. He has a band. Now with Slay Squad, what I loved about them was that they wanted me to get up and break something, and I hadn't seen that in a while. So
I am so conflicted. I definitely want to curl up in a ball.
Don't do that. We have.
That's a good song title, by the way.
They're also different, so it's almost like
I know.
We're not even comparing them to each other.
Well, bring it down to who would you pay to see? I mean, if you had a choice of these three, and you were gonna go to the concert, and you were gonna sit there and say, I'm gonna have a great time tonight.
Tilly and Loveless.
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 No,
Loveless.
Lace. Loveless.
Lovelace.
Like
nobody loves it.
Oh, love. Love a boy. He's a really good singer, but they're sort of very safe, and I just enjoy the confrontation of Slay Squad. It just was like, wow, it's like put your seatbelt on. It's like, I thought that this whole show would be nothing but bands like that, and in fact I've waited all these few days to get a band I'm slightly scared of, you know, and it's a fun feeling.
The danger has been lost in a lot of music in general, especially when it comes to rock and
Slay Squad didn't get that memo.
Yeah, they didn't get that memo. It's like, they want more danger. Ah, okay,
but
good.
There was something about that band that was comical.
Oh, yeah.
That I really liked. It was in the guys. They had the fact that they were family, they went to high school together, and they put their friend in the band who didn't play bass.
That was the best part.
I went, that's loyalty. I mean, he'll learn to play bass, but right now, it wasn't that essential. one or two notes was fine for that.
It worked.
It worked. And when he becomes a great bass player, you take his mask off.
And join another band.
But I loved the fact that they just had fun up there.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I feel like their value might be limited to seeing them live.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And so all these choices are so disparate from each other that it's super tough. And I think you guys are doing a kind of like potential based. You're kind of like, they could be.
I think
honestly,
so too.
like, I think they have some way, a bit of a way to go to get to where I think they're really solidified.
Yeah.
And it's quite difficult, you think about it, like most bands and all of us, you know, before we get signed, we have the luxury of doing a bunch of music in order to get signed, get noticed, and then they take you apart, then you realize, then you have to work on other songs, you have to do this and that. So we're seeing them at such an early stage of their development, it's challenging, you know, but I personally know who I'd want to go and see out of those three bands.
I think I could go to a club tonight and see Tilly.
I love the lyrics.
Yeah.
You know,
she had the best lyrics.
She had the best
The
lyrics.
lyrics were brutal, and I think the juxtaposition of like the song was very poppy, kind of like ear candy. And when you read the lyrics, they're so visceral that I think they will connect with listeners in a way that some pop artists are not.
But it's dark and it's true. It's truth. It's her journey, and so I thought that was really, really amazing.
All right, it's that time, judges. Let's take it to the napkins.
Definitely eager to see the judges' decisions. It's time to bring the bands in. Yeah! Welcome back to the stage. Grab on in here. Welcome back, welcome back.
I just want to give a quick shout out to all the artists that performed. This was a really, really hard decision. I know for the judges, for us as well. We loved every single artist that performed today. Slay Squad killed it. Tilly killed it. Loveless killed it. We're going to pass it off to the judges, and they're going to reveal who they chose.
Slay Squad.
Slay Squad. All right, Tosin, we're handing it off to you. Show us your napkin.
I went with Tilly.
One for Tilly.
All right, Bishop, I think I know who you chose, but we're going to pass it off to you. I can't wait to see.
They have my heart.
Slay Squad. Lovely Lzzy.
Man, maybe it's the metalhead in me, but I couldn't let you go. Slay
Squad.
Thank you, you guys did amazing, but it's sort of, I can't help it. Slay Squad's just too damn good.
Slay Squad. All right. Huge congratulations to Slay Squad.
There's a secret Mercy Council that takes place over at the Sunset Marquis. They will be meeting, listening to the rest of the music, and I'm sure they have their hands full. There has been some really talented musicians going into the wild card round, so one of you has a chance to move on still. Good luck.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Don't despair. Don't worry.
We head next to the iconic Sunset Marquis Hotel in West Hollywood to meet our no-cover Mercy Council. Today's remaining artists will meet with these three music industry maestros. to determine the one lucky act who will get to perform in our special Second Chance Wildcard round. Let's meet today's council. Dave Rath is currently the Senior Vice President of A&R for Roadrunner Records, with over 20 years of executive experience at the Warner Music Group. In addition to playing bass for Ozzy Osbourne, Rob Blasco Nicholson is the successful CEO and founder of Brand Management. Carmen Vandenberg is a guitarist, singer, and Grammy-nominated Bones UK, and has performed and recorded Loudhailer with the legendary Jeff Beck.
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Do you think you made a wrong song decision tonight, which is maybe why you lost?
It's the most recent song I put out, so it was fun to bring it to life, and I think it was a good introduction to at least like my lyrical style and being very conversational and personal.
Yeah, I really liked that lyric of yours, Have the Face,
Thank
I Remember
you.
the Taste. It really resonated with me because I hadn't heard something like that before, and it's kind of true.
Yeah.
That was regarding record deal. Was it something that stemmed off of that? Am I right?
Yeah. Well, it was kind of making reference to my abusive ex in the beginning, and then kind of tying it into this situation that happened within a record deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it correlated to both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what would your live show look like?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have a full band, I did that for a while, but then when we started touring, it just wasn't practical.
Oh, Blasco knows all about that.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah. So, but I think it's cool because, I'd like to, for the fans, like to have it build every time I come back, so they, in a way, feel like they're seeing it build and something new is happening each tour cycle. And obviously, yeah, there's a lot of room for visual elements.
One of the things that's challenging here, I guess even for the judges too, and for us, it's not always about like who's best. It's sort of the way the contests are. It's kind of like who you're up against. Hey,
is this my mark?
Yes, it is. Just a question for you. Your name is Loveless?
My name is Julian, but the band is Loveless. I go by Loveless sometimes.
Yeah.
You just said the band, so you normally
Yeah.
play with a band?
Well, I write and produce everything, and then we have I have like a live band. I have my friend Dylan who plays with me, and we have a couple other people that we bring in for stuff. But
Pattern that I'm seeing with the judges is that the solo person with a guitar or something, just the one person on stage, isn't resonating. So my question is that I'm just saying that if we're able to give you an opportunity to get back into it, I don't know that if you're just going to stand up there again, I don't think it's gonna work. But if you have the opportunity to surround yourself with a couple of badass dudes,
if we had the opportunity, I'd love to bring some more people in and do it again.
I think for me, in direct relationship to this contest, this competition, I don't feel like you're a good fit for this. So for that reason, I'm gonna pass.
It seems a little bit early for you to, even if you won the contest, to do all the things that the contest winning offers. It seems to me like it's just not quite there yet for you. And your skill as a producer might be what you really end up gravitating towards. But I do think for the contest, it's probably an odd fit for you at this stage of your career.
Yeah. I live here as well, and I do want to hear how your music sounds outside of like what we heard today.
Loveless on Spotify.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. So we made a collective decision. All three of us have all decided that we're going to grant mercy.
Awesome.
Musical soul.
Thank God.
Yes.
I needed that.
And we're excited to hear you play guitar.
And,
Yes. Cool.
Yeah, you're going to get another shot to go out there and do what you do. And I think you deserve it.
Thank
we
you.
all do.
Thank you guys
Feel
so
great
much.
about that, yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
You guys can talk when you get up there next time too, it's okay. Yeah. Keep at it and keep up the great attitude and the great work, and
Thank
wish
you.
the best of luck, all right?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wow, what an exciting day. Slay Squad are officially moving on to the next round.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see Slay Squad come back and rock this stage again. Until next time, remember,
no cover, no mercy.
Yeah.